Hi everyone, I want to talk about a very important topic of electromagnetic radiation. And because we are a smartphone generation now, increasingly ever so since the past 15 years, there is an urgent need to talk about this. So, association between self-reported mobile phone use and the semen quality of young men. So I have two boys and I keep telling them it is important where you keep your phone, keep it in your backpack, and they're always dismissing me. So I'm just super excited to find this study. This has gone viral in the last 1 week and I was trying to talk about it. So what is happening here? Between 2005 and 2018, a Swiss population of male 18 to 22 were recruited for a study. And this is to investigate the association between mobile phone exposure and semen parameters. Okay, so let us go into a little bit of detail. This is the original site where the study was published, but let us look at a summary here by the University of Basel, which was part of the research that has written this article. Mobile phone use may affect semen quality. So how is that? According to the values established by the WHO, a man will most probably take more than 1 year to conceive a child if his sperm concentration is below 15 million per milliliter. In addition, the percentage chance of pregnancy will decrease if the sperm concentration is below 40 million per milliliter. So let us look at what these numbers mean and how we are faring with numbers now. Many studies have shown that the semen quality has decreased over the last 50 years. Sperm count is reported to have dropped from an average of 99 million sperm per milliliter to 47 per milliliter in the last 50 years. So what has contributed to that change? The phenomena is thought to be a result of a combination of environmental factors, endocrine disruptors, pesticides, radiation, and lifestyle habits, diet, alcohol, stress, and smoking. To add to all these things, right, now with the digital revolution from the past 15-20 years, things have gotten drastically bad. So let us look at this. This study is between 2005 and 2018, and the results have now been published in Fertility and Sterility as we have seen it. Men completed a detailed questionnaire. So this is a self-reported study. It means that they are going to report how their behavior with their phone and their lifestyle choices has been, and where they were placing their phone when not in use. This was also being reported. The median sperm concentration was significantly higher in the group of men who did not use their phone more than 5 times a week, okay, compared to those who used it more than 20 times a day. You can look at all these numbers and see the comparison. 56.5 to 44.5. Okay. Is 4G less harmful than 2G? Because in the study, there was a trend. There was an inverse trend. First, it was increasing and then decreased. So they are also trying to account for why the trend is inverse at the very beginning. It is because the transition from 2G to 3G and then to 3G to 4G has led to the reduction in the transmitting power of phones. The older generation phones were much more potent as far as emitting electromagnetic radiation. So that is the reason why there is an inverse trend when we are transitioning from 2G to 3G and 3G to 4G. Okay. And you know that thing that people say, right? When you are about to pick up the call, the first time, when you say hello, that is the time when radiation is transmitted at its maximum. So that is going to be true no matter what generation the phone is going to be. So we need to be careful about that. The frequency of use reported by the individual was assumed to be an accurate estimate of exposure to electromagnetic radiation. So does it matter where you put your phone? Unfortunately, the number of people in this cohort indicating they did not carry their phone close to the body was too small. So they were not able to come to a conclusion with respect to that. So that is one limitation of the study. And also there was a question of whether the type of usage, whether it is calls, web navigation, or sending messages, does that affect the amount of radiation that the person is experiencing? To address that limitation, now there is a new research that is going on by the Federal Office of Environment, which has been launched this year. Okay, this is going to assess the impact on male reproductive health and fertility potential. Okay, because is it just phone calls, is it web use, or is it email, just a quick email check? What is the most amount of radiation harm? What is creating most amount of radiation harm? So, but all this still matters, that we need to be aware of what our phones are doing about the mental health and as well as the physical health. Again, this is a press release by the University of Geneva and the Swiss TPH. So this is the press release for the study that we just looked at right here. So thank you so much.